So on March 24th, the Conservative Party brought forward a motion in the House of Commons calling on this government, this NDP Liberal government, to end the COVID mandates. I'm so honored to sit in the House with so many capable, dedicated, and passionate women that spoke that day that I just want to share a few of their comments with you.
This government has trapped almost 3 million Canadians in the country. They can't take a plane, they can't take a train, and they cannot cross at the land border. Now, there was a point in time when this would have been considered a reasonable measure according to the medical health experts and the World Health Organization, because we were in the time of trying to control the transmission of the disease. However, with Omicron, we are now at the place where the World Health Organization has said Omicron is everywhere. And so these types of restrictions are no longer working. And that is the reason why countries all over the world are opening up.
We have amongst the strictest rules when it comes to vaccine mandates and restrictions when it comes to domestic travel in the entire world.
And so the government can no longer rely on Section 1 of the Charter that allows them to temporarily infringe the charter rights of Canadians to freely come and go.
Since the pandemic started, only 1% of all cases of COVID-19 in Canada have been related to travel. 1%. Yet it is portrayed and perceived as an unsafe thing to do.
If you are an unvaccinated person, federal worker, working from home, and what is the odds that you're going to transfer your germs to somebody who's also working from home in another building? And the answer from a science perspective is, again, there is zero risk. But those people were fired by this Liberal government. That is discriminatory. It is not based on science, and it is just one example of the many things this government has done to deliberately punish people who chose not to get vaccinated.
It's time for the NDP Liberal government to give hope and relief to the tourism sector and end the restrictions that continue to hold their businesses back. Why are we punishing the industry that brings us the thing that we need the most right now? Jobs, mental health, a thriving economy, happiness, and hope. It is time to end the federal mandates.
At some point, we have to give, we've got to give Canadians their livelihoods back. We've got to stop being vindictive about the punishments of mandates, particularly if they are not justified and there is no scientific purpose to say that they reduce any kind of spread. There are people who are not working. There are people who have lost their livelihoods. There are people that have lost entire incomes for entire families, and they cannot return to work, and we ought to think about that.
In spite of the truthful, rational debate that took place in the House of Commons, despite the fact that governments right across Canada and around the world have listened to the medical experts and made the decision to remove mandates, this Prime Minister and his NDP Liberal government has decided to maintain that yoke of slavery on millions of Canadians. He is denying them their right to travel within their own country, their right to gainful employment to enable them to take care of themselves and their family members, and he continues to deny them the right to make personal medical choices.